I would say if you are gonna watch the Sandman, like do you have Netflix? I'm assuming you do.
Yeah, but it depends. Not all your shows there, unless I probably bypass it with a VPN. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a story for another time. But yeah, what's the Sandman about, if I may ask?
So Sandman, I believe I think it's a comic or a graphic novel by Neil Gaiman. Gaiman, I forgot. I'm not sure if I'm butchering his last name, but it was done like it was like an older like style like and comic book that it's about the Sandman. So you know that Sandman, you know that song, right? You know, Mr. Sandman, bring me your dream, right? So it's a person that puts you to sleep. So in terms of this TV show, it was I guess I don't want to ruin the pilot, but it's about demonic satanic rituals, right? So like
okay.
yeah, so but it's part of the DC extended like lore because the Sandman it's in the same universe as Constantine, like John Constantine. Right,
okay,
so it's in the same universe, but it's from Warner Brothers, and like it's about like a guy who like who has like superpower. Like I believe there's a sibling of 4. You know, there's Dream, which is the Sandman. You get Death, Desire, and there's one more. I forgot who the last one was, but what's it called again? It's about his sort of like his life and his stories and stuff like that, and like there was an episode. Like the first couple episodes was like pretty interesting, right? It's like, oh, okay, what happens here? Oh, okay. But there's an episode, I think it's episode 4 or 5, forgot which one it was. And I fucking hated that episode. I was like, this episode sucks. You know, like it's very artsy. And the Sandman is barely in that specific episode because it's about another character. But it's very like artsy and it's revolved around a diner. Right, and it's the entire episode is in the diner, and it's just like it's weird. I didn't really like it, and I was so close. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch the show anymore, right? But then my wife was like, let's watch the next one. Let's see what's about. Hopefully we can cleanse our palate of this like this garbage episode that we didn't like. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like, oh, this is a very artsy. This is a very like what would this person do if you had this ability, right? What would this person do? You know, because this person thinks he's right. So the next episode, however, that one was an amazing episode. It's the best episode of the series so far. It's about death. It's about like life and death. It is absolutely the best episode, and I'm like, yo, this, like, if I stopped watching at that episode that I hated, and I'm like, and I didn't like,
you didn't push through to get that really good episode.
Yeah, this episode was like, holy shit, this episode's good. There are some gender swaps and stuff like that, but I'm fine with it. I believe Brienne of Tarth, she's in it. She's one of the characters. Tywin Lannister is also one of the characters.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So like you
I'm kind of interested now.
Yeah, and you have Patton Oswalt. He's also one of the characters too, like Patton Oswalt. But yeah, it's actually really big names are in it. If you watch, did you watch Harry Potter? Did you watch Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah, Professor Lupin plays one of the characters as well. So
who's Lupin again?
The werewolf, the werewolf teacher in what's it, the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Is that the one you tried to break free? I think.
So
I barely remember. My bad.
Okay. Did you watch you watched Wonder Woman, right?
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the guy who played Ares.
Oh, okay.
The mustache guy. The mustache guy.
The mustache guy.
Yeah, so that's Professor Lupin as well. So you have some pretty big names in there, which is pretty good. But what's it called again? I will say that episode is really, really good. That episode makes you think a lot. You're like, it makes you think, and it's a very wholesome episode too. So which is great. I love me some of that, and that's the one you're like, if you want to sort of like think a little bit, you're like, but I remember do you watch Tyrone Magnus? You watch Tyrone?
Recently, not, but I do follow his channel.
Yeah, so he said that like he watched a couple episodes and he couldn't get through it because of all the all the what's it called again, the satanic rituals, and it's a little bit too much for him. So he's like, I'm not sure if he finished it, but he said that it was a little bit too much for him. And like because I do know that like what's it called again, one of my wife's best friends, she's extremely religious, and like she can't watch anything like that. It's because it's like bad juju and stuff like that. Like same thing with my wife. She says that she can't watch the original Exorcist because it's bad juju, right? So
Okay.
thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.